The first thing I noticed when I stepped into our cabin was the sound of laughter, low, intimate, and not mine. I froze in the doorway, snow still clinging to my boots, the crisp mountain air biting at my neck. The laugh came again, muffled, followed by my wife's voice, soft and playful in a tone I hadn't heard directed at me in years. For a moment, my body refused to move. The world outside, the pine trees, the frozen lake, the cabin we'd built as our sanctuary, fell away. All I could hear was that laugh, followed by the creak of the old couch we'd once made love on, whispered promises and dreams wrapped into its worn cushions. My stomach twisted. I knew. Before I saw them, before I opened my mouth, I knew. The red flags had been there for months, subtle as dusk shadows creeping across the floor. Her sudden insistence on solo getaways to clear her head. The perfume she wore only when she left the house. The distant smile when she scrolled her phone, her thumb pausing on the screen just a second too long. I told myself she needed space, that after 10 years of marriage, I owed her trust. I rationalized. I swallowed doubts. I buried the gnawing ache of suspicion under the weight of love and loyalty. But suspicion is like a seed, you can't kill it by ignoring it. It grows in silence. So I had followed her this time. Quietly, deliberately. When she told me she needed a weekend alone at the cabin, I kissed her forehead, wished her peace, and then tracked her car from a distance. What I hadn't expected was to arrive early, to find her already inside, sharing our sanctuary with someone else. I stepped deeper into the cabin, each creak of the wooden floorboards a gunshot in my ears. There they were. My wife, my Emily, curled up on the couch, her legs tangled with his, a stranger's hand resting casually on her thigh as if it had always belonged there. She looked up when the door shut behind me. The blood drained from her face, and the glass of wine she held slipped from her fingers, shattering across the rug. "David," she whispered, her voice trembling. The man beside her shot to his feet, defensive, confused. "Who the hell?" "I'm her husband," I said, my voice steady though my insides burned. "Who the hell are you?" He faltered, searching Emily's face for explanation. She couldn't meet either of our eyes. The silence between us was suffocating. The crackle of the fireplace, the hiss of the shattered wine seeping into the rug, even the whisper of wind against the cabin walls, it all pressed in on me, amplifying the pounding of my heart. I wanted to scream. I wanted to strike him. I wanted to collapse at her feet and beg her to tell me it wasn't what it seemed. Instead, I forced myself to breathe, to think, to act. "You picked our place," I said quietly, each word cutting sharper than any shout. "The one place I thought was untouchable. Was nothing sacred to you, Emily?" Her lips trembled. "David, please. It's not." "Don't," I snapped. My voice echoed off the log walls. "Don't insult me with lies. Not here." The man shifted uncomfortably. "Look, I didn't know she was." "Save it," I interrupted, my eyes never leaving hers. "He wasn't my enemy. Not really. He was just the proof of what I already feared. She was the one who had promised me forever." "I'll go," he muttered, grabbing his coat and brushing past me. "I'm sorry, man." And just like that, we were alone. Emily sank onto the couch, her face pale, her hands shaking. "David, Why?" I asked. My voice was softer now, but raw, almost childlike. "Tell me why." Tears welled in her eyes. "I don't know." I felt unseen. Empty. "You've been so distant, so wrapped up in work, and I needed to feel alive again." Her words sliced through me, because part of it was true. I had been working longer hours, pushing for the promotion that would finally give us the life we'd dreamed of. I thought I was sacrificing for us. For her. "You could have told me," I whispered. "You could have screamed, begged, demanded I see you. But this? You chose this. I never wanted to hurt you." "But you did," I said. My voice broke on the last word. We sat there in the glow of the fire, the silence heavy with everything unsaid. I realized then that betrayal doesn't always come with malice. Sometimes it's born of loneliness, of cracks left unattended until they split wide open. But knowing that didn't ease the ache. It only made it sharper, more complex. Finally, I stood. "I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to hit anyone. But understand this, Emily. The woman I trusted, the woman I believed in, died the moment I walked through that door. Whatever's left, whatever you are now, I don't know if I can love her. She covered her face with her hands, sobbing quietly. I walked to the door, pausing with my hand on the handle. You had no clue what I'd done, did you? I said, my back still to her. She lifted her head, confused. What do you mean? I followed you, I said. I knew. I wanted to see it with my own eyes. To make sure the ghost I'd been sleeping beside was real. Her sob caught in her throat. And now, I finished, opening the door to the cold night air, I'll never step foot in this cabin again. It belongs to your lie now. The snow crunched beneath my boots as I walked into the dark, the cabin light fading behind me. I didn't look back. Some betrayals don't need revenge. They consume themselves. All I carried with me was the sound of her laughter, once mine, now a stranger's, and the hollow echo of what love had become.